Let's go!
The thing that's the most frustrating in Tekken, you'll run into somebody where it's like, oh, they're essentially executing the flowchart and you break it, or you get close to breaking it, right? You get really close to breaking it. The frustrating ass part of Tekken is that you essentially see through their bullshit and you wonder, will they do anything to respond to it? And most of the time they won't, but sometimes you get close to breaking it and it's like, oh, I see what you're doing, but it took 3 rounds, right? It took the first game to figure it out. And then what happens when you lose that first game? They quit. You got close to figuring out my bullshit. I don't have any answers beyond that. I'm out. And that shit, like, legit, that's like the whole point of a fighting game, bro. It's like a full admittance from the other player. Hey, I got this list of bullshit I do. It works pretty good. I execute said flowchart 2.0. If it doesn't work, I have no interest in changing that flowchart. I have no interest in adapting or doing anything different. It's too risky to fight you again because you might beat me. I'm out. That shit cuts me mad deep. The most fun shit in fighting games is getting close matches with people. It is the most fun shit. I hate stomping noobs, dude. I hate it. I want to get out of the lower ranks when I'm playing Tekken so bad because I find it actually less fun. And stomping noobs doesn't give me any satisfaction. I know that's not the case for a lot of people, but dude, getting high quality good games where it's like, damn, this bitch just 3-0'd me. All right. And then what happens in the next set against like really good players? You'll see this happen to me a lot because I don't have a lot of Tekken experience, but I'll see what they're doing and what happens. You 3-0 them back. And it's like, oh, so what happens now? Usually against these players that are actually have a lot of Tekken 7 experience, I get fucked up. And in the final set, it's like, yeah, they adapt back and fuck me up. And I'm like, cool, that's satisfying. I'm cool with losing in that way. That's completely fine to me. They 3-0 me, I 3-0 them, they 3-0 me back. I'm like, that's fucking Tekken, bro. That's cool. Feels quite nice. But the fact that people in Tekken ranked will just take that as an opportunity to, oh, I don't want to lose anymore, I'm out. I feel like it's an inherent BM problem that I have not seen in fighting games outside of one specific series, but the chat will tell me another one. I'd like to effectively call this Tekken's BM problem, and it doesn't mean bowel movement. No. BMing in games is effectively like teabagging and acting like an asshole. It's bad manners. Taunting after rounds is over in Third Strike was the epitome of bad manners back in the day. I swear to God, I'm 9 out of 10 where if a bitch taunts post-match in Third Strike, I'm gonna fuck you up now. Like, that's like the sign is like, I'm gonna fuck you up now. Sorry, man. Tekken's history of BM goes to post-round key charging. It's timeless. No, this is, BMing is timeless. All I'm saying is that the level of BM that I have experienced in online fighting games with 20 years of experience of playing online fighting games, there is only 2 titles that have as much BM as current Tekken 8, and the only other series is Mortal Kombat. However, I will fully acknowledge there is another fighting game series that has equal, if not larger amounts of BM that sort of like permeate the game's entire online mode and makes it like aggressively difficult to play at times. And chat's already mentioning it. It's Smash Brothers. I haven't even played a lot of online Smash. I've barely played any online Smash. I did not want to put up with it, right? But I was like, are there any other games that are like this over the years when I talk about this element to online fighting games where it's just so hard to play this game? People are such shitheads. That's Smash, dude. It really is. People say Smash friggin' sucks online. Not even just the netcode, but the way people act. Smash friggin' sucks, you know? It's every game, don't get me wrong. I'm not like excluding every other game from having BM in it. Every game will have BM in it. It just feels like, at least from my experience, what is the common factor between Mortal Kombat, Smash, and Tekken where it feels like these games have more general online BM than almost any other fighting games that I have played online? The games with the largest casual audience. And you might think that like, oh, well, what about Street Fighter? The one fighting game to not have any casual content practically until Street Fighter 6? No, I think Street Fighter clearly is a big game, but it has had a tough time sort of like targeting casual audiences. It sort of is relatively focused on like the hardcore audience, hardcore fighting game players for a very long time, you know? Up until Street Fighter 6, now it's actually grabbing a casual audience to a certain degree, so it's cool. Street Fighter's finally in a situation where they're offering enough content in the game to really pull in new players, and it's working. Like, Street Fighter's popping off and relatively big in the States, and obviously other places around the world. It's popping off right now. It's great. But if there's one thing that showed me over doing the recent Tekken Legacy, how did Tekken get so big? Well, it didn't start until really Tekken 7. Competitive Tekken has been around for a very long time, but was it ever really big? Comparatively speaking, not as big as some of the other fighting games growing up in that time. Tekken is a series that has historically been completely carried by its casual audience, and when its casual audience did not bite, the series suffered as a result. Effectively, every single Tekken game since 3 has been, even before that, has been huge games full of a ton of content that really bring people to like, oh yeah, these folks are just gonna play this game and check it out and have fun with it. And are they gonna play online? They might play some, but there's so much content in the game that you don't even have to play fully online. A lot of that side of an audience of a fighting game, which is very much echoed in Mortal Kombat and Smash Brothers, that side of an audience that is looking for that experience isn't looking for good games, not looking to effectively get better. Their mentality is, I want to go online and just get wins. I just want to get wins. That's all I want. I just want to get wins. Granted, I don't blame these games or their audience for believing this, right? I don't blame them because, number one, it's a video game, dude. Unlike somebody like myself or other content creators or people that are really into this shit, it isn't a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle to a very small cornered market of people that love fighting games, but it isn't a lifestyle. It's something that you just want to get some wins. I just want to go smash people. And in fighting games, that can be pretty hard, right? And which is why I typically tell people play fighting games when they're new. You have a better opportunity just to jump online and smash people and get some wins. Because if you wait longer and longer and longer, the lower ranks are just going to be full of more people that know how to play the game, and it's going to be more and more difficult to smash people. I think that's what's going on with Tekken 8 right now. It is doing very well. The game's got more content than it ever has, but its online experience echoes some other games that very much are casually accepted and have been that way for like 10, 20 years, where it's like, yeah, these games just naturally bring in the casual audience. And are they looking for that experience? No, they just want to win. You get these people that jump online, all they want to do is win. They don't want to learn anything. And that brings it back to what I was talking about, where it's like, you piece of shit, you don't deserve to be at this rank. You know, you don't even deserve to be above like a certain rank because the game is effectively allowing you to. You motherfucker. It causes a lot of frustration, don't get me wrong, and I think it needs to change, but I don't think we're going to see a change anytime immediately soon. Because even a game like Mortal Kombat, I think the answer in Mortal Kombat's situation was to do the quitality thing. And they've had quitalities since MKX. Cute little way of acknowledging the fact that the other person's a bitch for quitting out. We have added an entire mechanic to the game to give you reward if the bitch quits out. But here's the problem. It's very difficult for the game's engine to determine who quit. And even in Mortal Kombat's situation, I'd have to go back and check, but based on how it has been in the past, both players get the quitality. But if one person actually quits out and kills the game, obviously they can't see their end of the quitality, right? They can't see it because they close the game. So even in a Mortal Kombat situation, it's difficult somewhat to identify, oh, who actually was the one to quit? Who do we give the points to? So this isn't an issue of just like, oh, just handle your rank system better. Just throw those players into a jail full of other players that are also quitting out. Come up with definitions as far as who is the shitball and throw them into another shitball pile with other shitballs. In fighting games, it can be very difficult on the back end to figure out who actually quit and was that quit logistically sound? Do they just have bad internet? Do people that have bad internet deserve to go to prison with other people? It seems like there should be an easy fix to this shit. But the more I have like spoken with people about this problem over the years, the more you realize that it's a bit more nuanced than just give me the fucking points, dude. Just let me have the points. Just do something about it. That information is not always logistically sound because fighting games are peer-to-peer. It's crazy that even in big fighting games that are out now, handling rage quitters, as we're calling them today, pluggers for some reason, is still not completely solved. The systems are weird, and Tekken is especially fucky right now, and it definitely needs something. right? The fact that disconnect rate shows up is nice, but it is ruining a little bit of the online experience for a lot of people just in general. Immediate things we can fix. Number one, Tekken PC version 1000% needs to have a performance barometer before you jump online. A thing that calculates if your computer is good enough to play the goddamn game online. There needs to be a performance test. The fact that that doesn't exist is insane to me. It was in Street Fighter friggin' 4. Tekken sets are not long. It doesn't take a ton of time to go through a Tekken set. It's a high damaging game. It can go very fast. Even if it goes full rounds, full matches, you're not really there for more than 10 minutes. If it is a full, like, 2 out of 3 set. Lock us into 2 out of 3. The fact that people can see that my opponent has a chance to beat me, I'm leaving, I almost hate that more than plugging. I hate that shit, man. There needs to be solutions here. It doesn't completely ruin the game, but it's making it a lot harder to enjoy somewhat of the Tekken ranked experience, you know?